All right, let's dive right in. Today we're talking about one of the wildest political 180s you'll ever see. And hey, before we get going, don't forget to smash that subscribe button.
Okay, so meet Scott Jennings. If you watch CNN, you've definitely seen this guy. He's their senior political commentator, and right now, he's one of Donald Trump's loudest and proudest defenders in the media. And we're not just talking about your everyday political support here. He frames this whole thing in these epic, almost world-ending terms. For him, it's not just an election, it's literally a fight for Western civilization itself. Big stuff.
But here's the thing, it wasn't always this way, not even close. If you rewind just a little bit, he was singing a completely different tune. And you know how it goes, the internet has receipts.
Okay, get ready for some serious whiplash. Today, Jennings says Trump is in rare form. Fantastic. But just a couple years ago, in 2022, he said Trump sounds like an unhinged, deranged person. I mean, wow, those are not the same thing. Let's go back even further. Right after January 6th, Jennings was crystal clear. He went on air and said Trump had clearly violated his oath of office. That's a huge deal, right? In his view, a fundamental betrayal of the presidency. Oh, and it gets even wilder. In 2022, he literally described Trump's rhetoric as making him sound like someone who is a danger to themselves and others. You know, the kind of person who maybe shouldn't be walking around freely. And on the politics of it all, he was absolutely convinced that putting Trump up for nomination again was a one-way ticket to disaster for the Republican Party. He said it flat out, if we nominate him again, we will lose. No wiggle room there.
And to really top it all off, he even dropped the famous Florida man meme on him. Yep, he dismissed him as the Florida man, just sitting around his golf club watching TV. That's a pretty big burn.
So that's the million-dollar question, right? How in the world do you go from unhinged Florida man who's guaranteed to lose to the champion of Western civilization? What on earth happened to cause this massive flip-flop?
All right, let's hear his side of the story. What is his explanation for this massive change of heart?
Okay, so here's what he says. He claims he saw the political winds shifting, with Republicans rallying behind Trump for vindication. He felt the battle lines were being drawn for 2024. And all that harsh stuff he said before, oh, that was just strategic quibbles, minor disagreements. His bottom line is that, hey, in politics, you can be against someone one day and be their biggest supporter the next. But, as you can probably guess, not everybody is buying that explanation. So, let's talk about the skepticism. And yeah, he got called out on it. An interviewer put the question to him point blank, what do you say to people who don't buy that it is a genuine conversion? The suggestion, of course, is that this was a smart career move, political expediency, rather than a real change of heart. The classic question, is it conviction or convenience?
So, genuine or not, has this pivot actually worked out for him? Let's take a quick look at the pro-Trump payoff.
Well, the results kind of speak for themselves, don't they? He becomes Trump's #1 defender on a huge network. Then, boom, he lands a national radio show. Then, he gets an actual interview with Donald Trump. Then, he writes a whole pro-Trump book. And the grand finale? He gets the ultimate seal of approval. And there it is, the seal of approval, right from the man himself, as a blurb for his new book. Scott totally gets it. I mean, for a political commentator in that world, that's pretty much the jackpot. Which brings us right back to the central question of this whole thing. Are we watching a true believer's journey? Someone who honestly had a change of mind? Or is this just the ultimate political pivot? A super calculated move to advance a career?
So, what do you think? I really want to hear your take. Drop it in the comments below. A genuine conversion or a savvy career move? And hey, for more explainers that break it all down, do me a favor and hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed. Thanks for watching.